I didn't review these guys yet? Are you shitting me? Why have I not reviewed these guys yet? Today we're going to be talking about the original Slipknot album. Self-titled, Slipknot. It's kind of weird. Like, what do you put on a YouTube video when it's a self-titled album? Do you put Slipknot, self-titled, or do you put Slipknot? What will people search for it as? That's a good question. That's definitely a great question. But in 1999, Slipknot came out, 15 songs, 50 minutes of music. This was something that I was kind of late to the scene. I will say that. I've been late to about every single thing that happened. You know, I was late to the corn thing, but about a year after, I think everybody else had kind of caught the craze. I caught the craze shortly after I think they got on TV. After I started watching them and learning about them, and then it kind of started to fade off. I think, and Limp Bizkit definitely just killed everything for Korn and them. But then shortly after, the Korn bug kind of settled down, Limp Bizkit kind of settled down. Even Vanilla Ice was coming into the picture, trying to do his hard rock rap stuff. People just weren't into that. And then here's this noise, Slipknot, came out of the woodwork. So let's go ahead and let's review this album. This album was very instrumental in me getting into heavy metal, staying into heavy metal. Slipknot was a huge band. They still are. Corey Taylor, an immensely talented singer. And today we're going to be checking out the first CD from Slipknot and reviewing that. Definitely going to be doing more of their albums. I just didn't know if I had did a review on them yet, and, well, I haven't. So here we go. The first track is 742617000027, and it's an intro. Slipknot. What kind of discussion? Slipknot. Okay, Corey, listen, Corey. It's disturbing. It's a disturbing intro, okay? It's not a bad intro, okay? 36 seconds long, okay? I can last through that, okay? But it's still not necessary. You don't need an intro. You're a metal band, for God's sakes. I don't understand. What are we going to do this for? Anyways, track number 2. Sick, with parentheses. Song title. I don't know how you say that. When somebody asks you, what's the second track on the Slipknot CD, the self-titled Slipknot CD, what do you say? Do you say sick with parentheses? Or do you say sick? Because it's not sick, it's sick with parentheses. Interesting question, I thought. Anyways, great first song, and you get your blood pumping with this song. You hear Corey's fast vocals immediately, and it just shows you what they can do. It's kind of like a, hey, you see what I can do song. When you first hear that song, and you're like, whoa, and it blows your mind when you first hear that first track. Then you hear Eyeless, which is track number 3. And almost all these songs are pretty good. I mean, they're great songs, checkmark by Sick, checkmark by Eyeless, checkmark by Wait and Bleed, checkmark by Surfacing. Oh man, let's just go. Actually, no, there wasn't a checkmark by Surfacing. And when I say checkmark, let me just give you a little refresh real quick about when I say certain things, what it means. If I say, there's a checkmark next to a song, that means it's one of the fave songs of mine, and you should definitely check it out. If I say it's an average song, it's just average for that band on that album of what they've given us, or what we know that they can do. And that's a bad thing for Slipknot, because this is their first album. It blew up. It was huge. It sold tons of money. They sold tons of albums. It was copies and stuff, whatever. And if I say it's a bad song, it's just, like I said, it goes on their own quality. If right now, I don't know. It's hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Their quality is their quality. You know what they can do after a certain amount of time. You know what they're capable of. Yeah, anyway. Eyeless, another great song. What a surprise. A great song from Slipknot. Anyway, but Corey, he really starts to show you how really awesome he is by the second song. You're like, oh my god, the second actual song, and you're still through the album. Quotes all over the place in the song. You can quote Slipknot on. Then you hear some of his slow vocals, his slow kind of singing vocals in the song as well, and you're like, oh, this guy can do other stuff. Good stuff, Eyeless. Number 4, Wait and Bleed, the song that everybody wanted to stop because it was making their ears bleed, because you kept hearing it millions of times on the radio. I felt the air rise up in me Everybody heard that, and everybody had the air rise up in them, and they were getting angry because they're tired of hearing it. But yeah, the song rocks. The song, it just, like I said, nowadays, I don't know. Now we've kind of passed, and it hasn't been on the radio very much. But every once in a while, those alt rock stations will throw it on, and you're like, ugh, of all the songs, you could pick something else. But that's a song that you heard like millions of times over and over again. People just got tired of it. But it is a great song. It is a great song from Slipknot. Then we get Surfacing, and this is, I called it an average song when I originally put on it, but I don't think it's an average song. Surfacing is actually a pretty good song. It starts out with some percussion, drums, whatever you want to call them. And too good. Quote, F everything that you stand for. I mean, I don't know what else you can say about Slipknot. They're amazing. They're so amazing. Number 6, Spit It Out. Spit It Out. So, number 5 was Surfacing, by the way. It's a good song, too. I don't think it's, like, super over the top good. Like, Surfacing is one that, to me, you don't hear people talk about Surfacing that much. So I'm thinking Surfacing is more of like a skippable song. Like if it came on, you're like, oh, that's a good song, but I don't want to listen to it right now. There's not very many of those, so I'm not really, to be honest. I mean, nowadays. We'll talk about that in a later video. Anyways, but number 6, Spit It Out. Awesome song. I mean, this is probably the most hype song on this album that people still listen to this day and still love the song to this day. But some people probably just get irritated by it because they've heard it a billion times. And, a lot of songs on this album people probably kind of skip over because they've heard them a billion times. Because this record was so overplayed when it came out, and people listen to it constantly. Probably their friends hounding them. They probably aren't even into Slipknot anymore. They moved on to other things. But, I don't know how anyone could hate this song if you're a metal fan, if you're a Slipknot fan. So if you're any kind of a music fan, I mean, this song's pretty awesome. If you like rock songs, I guess you'd say, you should like Spit It Out. Super fast pace, and then a little singing as well that I kind of forgot about. I think near the end or something like that. It is, yeah. But I mean, if somebody asked you what new metal was, I think Spit It Out, Slipknot. Check it out. This is what new metal is. Definitely a definition of new metal, I think, in my opinion. Like, if you could pick any song to tell somebody what is new metal, instead of giving them a Limp Bizkit song, give them Spit It Out. Because I think it really just epitomizes what new metal is. Anyways, let me go to the odd part of the album, which I think I only got to track 6, really. And I never really listened to the rest of the album. Track number 7, Tattered and Torn. Okay, if you are, that's sorry about that, but still a skippable song. It wasn't that great. What was that song even about? I think it was a song. I mean, but I just don't think it was that great. It was just okay. It was average. Number 8, Me Inside. This was weird. I don't know. It was kind of like started out with I think him talking or something. I thought or something like a news clip, some kind of thing where something. It wasn't music at the beginning. I don't think it was something funky at the beginning, and then he started talking, singing, screaming. I don't know what was going on with it. I mean, I like some weird stuff, but this is way outside the box. And it's not even a song. Like, it didn't even seem like a song. It was something else. Like poem or poetry or something. I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, check it out. Check out Me Inside from this album. It's okay. It's just odd. Then number 9, we got Liberate. Oh my God. Liberate. This song is amazing. I didn't think it was this good. And I remembered that I liked this song after I heard it. I was like, oh my God, this song is awesome. Saxon on Lasso at the beginning of the song. I swear that's what he says. But that's not what he says. He should have said that because that's what it goes in the song. But I love the song. I never really hear people talk about it too much. I think it's one of those that I think Slipknot fans just internally like, but they just never really talk about the song by name. So, yeah. Number 10, Prosthetics. Creepy kind of song. It is kind of creepy. Not the best song of all by them. It's just there. It's just there. I don't know how else to explain this song. It's just a skippable song. It's like I said, it's one of those songs where you would listen through, you would listen to it and then go, not right now. Skip it. Not a bad one, but it's just creepy and weird. And it's like if you're in a chill mode, you might listen to these kind of songs. But yeah. Anyways, number 11, No Life. I don't remember this song, but it's actually not bad. It's a good song. Really don't remember it. But, songs around this area of the album, seven to the end pretty much. I don't remember much of the song, so I don't know if I really listened too much of it. I think I listened to Spit It Out and Wait and Bleed and all these other songs up top, and then I didn't really listen to anything down here. 'Cause I don't remember too much. I know I listened to Liberate because I remember liking that song, but I probably skipped all over the place on this album. But I mean, it is a really good album to sit there and turn on and just chill on. But yeah, sounds like Mudvayne kind of helped out with this song because it kind of sounds like Mudvayne. Like halfway through, you're like, "Is this Mudvayne? Like, did they switch bands in the middle of the album? What's going on?" And yeah, it was a great song. No Life is actually a pretty good song. Then we get to 12. Okay, now the CD is getting kind of weird. Diluted. It was good. It was good, but it was an average song. One of the songs you probably skip over. Like if you're going to pick songs from an album that you're going to put on, oh, this is my Slipknot playlist. I'm going to put the good songs on every album on a playlist so I can listen to them later. You would leave these kind of songs off. I'm telling you right now, like Prosthetics and Me Inside and Tattered and Torn. You would leave that stuff off. Maybe you might put Servicing on there. Servicing's kind of on the line. It's kind of like, is it good? Is it bad? Is it an average song? Would you put it on a playlist of the best of a Slipknot? I don't know. But Diluted was, kind of okay. 13, Only One. This is actually a pretty good song. I didn't really, like I said, really don't remember it too much. Some of these songs down here. What is that? Usual. Oh, okay. Yeah, Only One, it's a really good song. It is a really good song. The usual Slipknot stuff, though. I mean, it wasn't nothing like that's going to blow your mind with Slipknot. You're not going to go, oh, wow, that's original. It's not. Slipknot's done it before on other songs. But it was just really good. Number 14 was Scissors. Another one of those songs where it's just good. It was crazy, like ballistic song. I think it was like 8-minute song or something. This is like a really crazy song, an artistic song, kind of like Prosthetics, where I don't think you would want to listen to it in the car or like chilling, Like if you're chilling in the car, like if people used to do, which I don't know if they do anymore, like drive around and park and talk to friends and stuff. I don't think people do that much more. Gas is too high to do that shit. The Scissors is like, I don't know. It's one of those songs, like I said. Skip, listen to it when we chill later and smoke some cigarettes and drink alcohol and all the other jazz. Woo! Anyways, pass. 15, Eeyore. This is pretty awesome. Pretty intense. It was actually pretty good. It's a short song, kind of, I think. Nuts. Kind of hear the punk influence a little bit on there. And I kind of wondered from the first album, and you kind of hear some different things here. You kind of hear some Mudvayne influences. I kind of wonder if they had heard Mudvayne, like either online at the time, because I think online was a thing currently at this time. Sort of kind of still starting out, kind of starting to form. I think MySpace was still a thing at this time. I could be wrong, but I think in '99 it was MySpace a thing in '99? I don't know. But I think things were starting to go on online. And I kind of wonder if somehow they had heard about Mudvayne or something like that. I don't know who came out first. I didn't do my research. My bad. Sorry, don't kill me. But it kind of sounded like, they kind of had that Mudvayne influence, and they got a punkish sound kind of on Eeyore here at the end. I kind of wanted to just throw on, like, I wonder if they like this kind of stuff from us. And threw it on there to see what the response are going to get. Because, it's your first album. And, things were starting to get there was magazines out. There was multiple metal magazines at this time. So people could review the records and they could tell you what they thought, things like that. And people would write in, and, what they like, what they don't like. There was things, that people, and everything like that. So I think it was just, this is kind of a trial. Some of the songs on there kind of made me feel like they're just trying to try some stuff like Prosthetics and Scissors. Kind of some experimental things, Maybe they heard a little bit of Tool and put some of the stuff out there, kind of like them, but kind of like their sound mixed together. Just trying to see what people would like, that kind of stuff. Anyways, there you go. There's my Slipknot self-titled album review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to see more Slipknot albums, I'll probably do them anyway. But hey, let me know if you're into them, and I'll definitely do more reviews going forward. They have a decent amount of albums, so I'll have a lot to go through. I'm definitely looking forward to doing the next album. Probably one of my favorite albums of theirs, and I believe it's Iowa was the second album. Am I stupid? Like, I'm getting old. I'm starting to forget, like, what albums were what order, but I'm pretty sure Iowa's next. So I'm super excited to be doing that album because that's a huge album. I love that album. Probably one of my best Slipknot albums that I so love. I think it happens for a lot of people now. I've heard a lot of people talk about Slipknot recently, in saying that going back and listening to all the catalog, Iowa really has a huge amount of songs that are extremely good. And I think they're going back. I think what I heard, I thought from comments coming out of Slipknot was that this new album coming out might be a lot more like Iowa, trying to get back into that heavier sound, and that's really really awesome. I'm waiting to hear stuff like that because right now Corey's with Stone Sour and they're doing this kind of hard rockish kind of metal kind of thing going on there too, but it's more hard rockish and slow stuff as well. So I kind of want him to go heavy when he goes to Slipknot and be like raw and do his heavy stuff and get that out and stuff like that. But Slipknot, an amazing band. If you've never heard of Slipknot, I don't know where you've been. First of all, band's incredible. If you're just getting into metal and you want to know what's the deal with Slipknot, it's new metal. They basically didn't create new metal, but they pretty much perfected it. What you hear of Slipknot is where you get a lot of bands today that kind of took that sound and made it their own, or maybe they took that sound and kind of took it to the next level to kind of bring something else to the table in terms of the newer kinds of metal that are coming out, like Whitechapel and things like that. I think you see influences of Slipknot in there, from time to time. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good jazz. Leave comments down below. Any bands you want me to check out, metal bands, because there's a lot of metal bands. If you guys want me to review a certain band, let me know, and I'll definitely put them in the front and review them first, because there's a whole lot of music out there, and me trying to figure out actually what I want to review next is actually a big problem, because there's a lot of music out there. I did doing a review on a Mr. Big, if you know who he is. Kind of crazy. Like I said, I'm jumping around trying to do some different genres and stuff. So some country music is coming next. I have to do some of that because I haven't done any of that for a while. But doing some classic rock type stuff, which Mr. Big is kind of like. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all the good jazz. I'll catch you guys later. Keep rocking and keep on listening to Slipknot. Yeah.